Hi, these are a few exercises for anybody who wants to just do some core strengthening, whether you're postnatal or you're looking for something to complement your running or your normal activity. If you are postnatal, these are designed for anyone who's kind of straightforward enough recovery and you feel up to doing some strengthening. If you have any pelvic floor weakness or any sort of tummy worries that you want to get checked out, I would advise that doing that first, but otherwise enjoy doing the exercises. So lying down onto your back. And we're going to start with our pelvic tilting. Okay, so you're going to roll your pelvis backwards and roll forward. So I have another video called 10 minutes abs. So hopefully you're accessing that as well. And the idea of this video is to kind of complement that. So we will do abs, but we'll also be doing a little bit on lower back and a little bit on legs. So rest your pelvis in halfway. Take a breath in, feel your tummy rise. And then breathe out as your tummy falls. Breathe in again, feel your tummy rise. And breathe out, pulling up through your back passage, front passage, through your lower tummy muscles and scooping one leg up into tabletop. Lift up the heel onto your toes and let's go into scissors. So I'm presuming in this video that you also have a good grasp of technique, but just to remind you, drawing in the core is just through the pelvic floor and just drawing in your lower tummy muscles across the hip bone. So you're not sucking in through the upper tummy, you're not clenching and you're not holding your breath. So just lifting and lowering. So we're using this to just warm up the lower tummy muscles, and this video will be around 10 minutes long. Okay, so just lifting and lowering. That's it. So all the time making sure your upper back or your lower back isn't kind of arching off the mat, that you're in your pelvic neutral. So if you need to reset that at any point, just breathe in, and on the breath out, activate your core, your belly button gently drawn in and switch. Breathe in and breathe out. Switch. So as you breathe out, you're activating that pelvic floor even more. So we're just bringing all this natural pelvic floor strength and core contraction right back onto subconscious if it's gotten any bit weak. Okay, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and drop down both legs. Slide your legs away, reach your arms up overhead. Breathe in and out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Good stuff. Bend your knees, hands on your tummy, roll back and roll forwards. Come into halfway position. Breathe in, and on the breath out, scoop up one leg. Breathe in. On the next breath out, scoop up the other leg. Tuck in your chin. Reach nice and long and pulse through your arms. So 5 pulses per breath in, 5 pulses per breath out. So again, looking at your tummy muscles, little alarm bells that your tummy muscles might be able for single leg, hundreds, and if it isn't, just drop down one leg and keep pulsing. Would be if you feel your tummy muscles are bulging forwards, or if you feel your back is pulling you up off the mat, or if you feel pain or discomfort. If you have any discomfort in your neck, just bring your hands on your head, support it. Otherwise you can strengthen your neck by just gently drawing in the tummy, but keeping a nice length through your neck at the same time. Pulsing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Reinforce that pelvic floor, pulling up, reinforcing the core, gentle drawing in. Keep breathing, keep pulsing, and hug your knees up to your chest, stretching through your lower back. Move your knees over towards your right shoulder and over towards your left shoulder. Slide your legs away, arms up overhead. Breathe in and out. We're going to bend our knees, hands down by your side. Breathe in, and on the breath out, roll back, lift your tailbone, lift your spine vertebra by vertebra to your balance between your shoulder blades so your hips are nice and high. Step in with the heels if you need to. Come halfway down, then squeeze the glutes as you push up. So we're working the core, but we're also working the glutes, the strong muscles that need to support your pelvic floor, support through your tummy, and help with good posture, good endurance, and good strength. So squeeze and push up, halfway down, squeeze and push up. So really good for strengthening your lower back. So you want to have good balance between tummy and lower back. So the other video, 10-minute abs, is kind of more zoning on those tummy muscles. This, we're just trying to get the balance, make sure we're not overdeveloping one set of muscles. So ideally doing one day, the other day, even trying to do one twice a week, the other once a week. So you're getting good, achievable goals with your exercises. Halfway down, squeeze and push. Now, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, stick out one leg and the exact same drill, halfway down, squeeze and push. This is a really tough exercise, so don't worry about going back to single leg, and we haven't even taken a break. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the other side, kick out your leg, halfway down, squeeze and push. And go for 6, 5. If you want to come back to double leg, go for it. Otherwise, keep going with your single leg. 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees, slowly roll down, hug your knees up to your chest. So if you had pubic pain or anything during your pregnancy or any point during your training and you feel you get pain in your groin, we do these exercises, stick with double leg until that's comfortable. Slide your legs away, arms up overhead, breathe in and breathe out, breathe in again and breathe out. Bring your arms out wide, bend your knees again, pelvic tilt backwards and forwards, come into halfway position, breathe in and on the breath out, activate your core. So you're imagining your legs are like a U shape across the pelvis and the legs of the U are pointing away. You're going to narrow that U, take a breath in, on the breath out, pulling through your pelvic floor and visualizing those hips moving towards each other. Hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. So just as important to feel the release when you're activating your core as it is to get the squeeze itself. So breathe in and on the breath out, activate through that U, through your pelvic floor, roll your knees to the side, hold there for a breath in and on the breath out, come back to the center, breathe in and on the breath out, roll to the other side, hold there and come back. Okay, if that's enough of a challenge for you and you're getting nice mobility, a bit of a challenge, stay with that. If you feel you can do the whole lot in tabletop, hug your knees and ankles together, breathe in, on the breath out, roll your knees to the side. So we're keeping the shoulder blades flat on the mat. Hold there for breath in. On the breath out, narrow the base that you switch on your pelvic floor. Come back to the center. Breathe in and breathe out. Roll your knees to the side. Hold there for breath in. And on the breath out, come back to the center. Breathe in again and breathe out. Roll to the side. Hold there for breath in. And on the breath out, come back to the center. Breathe in again and breathe out. Roll your knees to the side. Hold it there and come back to the center. Good stuff. Slide your legs away, arms up overhead. Breathe in and breathe out. Good stuff. We're just going to come up into sitting. Stretch your legs in front. We'll just do one little upper body strength in this position. Breathe in and on the breath out, lifting up, point your toes down, lift your hips right up. Hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and slowly roll down. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Lift up. Push up through your pelvis. Push down through your wrists and elbows. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5 and lower down. Breathe in again and breathe out. Lift up, point the toes down and away. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and lower down. Breathe in again and breathe out. Lift up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and lower down. Breathe in again and breathe out. Lift up, hold there. Push up through your pelvis. If you're feeling really strong, you can try a couple of leg lifts for 4, 3, but if you find your pelvis drops and you do that, just stick with your double leg. 1 and slowly lower down. Bring your arms out nice and wide. Rotate to the side, up through your chest, and then rotate through the other side, keeping your chest nice and tall. Perfect. We're going to turn over onto all fours and just do a little bit of work on all fours. Okay, so we're going to pelvic tilt, round your back and arch, round up, tuck in your belly button and arch down and round up again. And arch down, come into your halfway position. Okay, we're going to bring the elbows down onto the mat. Your hands are in a fist. Take a giant step back with your knees. Bring your shoulders over your elbows. So you're sort of in a low all fours position and you should feel already that you're starting to work through the center. But first of all, we're going to do some pelvic tilting. So round and arch. When you're rounding up, just scooping your belly button in towards your spine, feeling those core muscles engage and arch down. So this is really the beginning of where we retrain plank, if that's where you want to go. You can read a lot sometimes about how you should never do plank ever again, but you can always do plank. But it may need to be modified and you may not be doing full plank, but you can still get the strengthening objectives of plank, which is basically to make the tummy and the back work together so you're getting good balance. Okay, arch down, then come into your halfway position so your back is nice and flat. So my shoulders have pulled back a bit. Make sure your shoulders are over your elbows. So you have a nice flat back. So if you do trade rings across your lower back, they wouldn't move. So you can hold that plank there, pulling up through the pelvic floor, pulling up through your lower tummy muscles, or if you can, just slide out a leg and lift it and lower down. So if your head starts to drop, try to lift it, neck nice and long, eyes facing down. So slide and lift. So as well as challenging the tummy muscles and the back muscles to hold that pelvic neutral, hold that flat back, you're also working your glutes. So bringing in a little bit of leg, strengthening, you're working your deep neck flexor muscles because you're keeping your neck nice and long. So good for posture. Just draw your shoulder blades nice and low. Go for one more each side and over to the other side. Bring your knees onto your chest, sit back onto your heels and stretch through your spine. Breathe in and out and breathe in and out. Walk your hands over to the right side. Getting a nice stretch. Breathe in and out. Walk your hands over to the left side. Breathe in and out. Okay, we're going to do one more drill on each side. So just on legs, knees are bent, your ankles, hips and your shoulders in a straight line. Your knees are around 90 degrees. So kind of in this position here. It's called clam. Hand onto your pelvis and you're not allowing your pelvis roll. So sometimes you can start moving. When you do this, make sure it's pure hip rotation. So no movement in the upper body. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give your muscles a nice little thump. If that's enough for challenge, stay as you are. If you're making it more challenging, stretch out the lower leg, curling the foot behind your knee, drop the knee down in front, and let's go for our next set for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your muscles a nice little thump, and we're just going to switch over to the other side. So swinging your legs around and knees bent, ankles, hips and shoulders in line, and off we go on the other side. So float the knee right up towards the ceiling for 8, 7. So we're working the glute med, working the external rotators, and sometimes they can become weak if you're involved in sports like running, cycling, where you don't get to rotate the hips, or straight after pregnancy. And those muscles are working really hard pregnancy and they just get a bit overused and fatigued. Give the muscles a nice little thump. Straighten out the lower leg or stick at the other level. Knee down the ground in front, and off we go again for 10, 9. So these should feel like a good challenge. 7, 6. If you're building up, I would think aiming for 3 sets of 15 is a really good goal if you can. 3, 2, 1. Give your muscles a nice little thump, and we're just going to lie onto our back. Point the toes, reach your arms up overhead. Breathe in and out. Bend your knees. Pelvic tilt, hands onto your tummy. Roll back and roll forwards. Come into your halfway position. Breathe in, and on the breath out, just pulling up through your back passage, front passage. Bring in that core activation, pelvic floor squeeze, and lift up your legs. Tuck in your chin. We're just going to reach in 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug your knees up to your chest. Get a nice little stretch. Tuck in your chin and just roll up. And bring your knees in front. Just do a little stretch to the side and over to the other side. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got enough of a challenge, and I hope you get to try some of the other videos as well. Thanks a million.